I'm going to teach you how to build your own scooter. So let's just get straight into it. So first you need some tools. So I'm going to use, most scooters have Allen keys. So, and with my Apex deck here, you need a bolt, like a nut. So I just got a skate tool for it. So I got two 6mm. I don't know what these are, but they're smaller. And then I got a 4mm. So what I'm gonna use is a IHC headset and stuff. I think an MV clamp. Not too familiar with my parts, but I'm good at building stuff. So I'm using I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think one in the world Apex Maroon deck. I'm using just headset, think Apex 4, Maggear bars, and what are these? MV grips. Then I'm using, I don't know what brand that is. Wait, let me see if you can see it. I don't know what brand that is, but it's that. And then I'm using Root Industries blue full colors with, I think it's ABEC 11s on. And then I'm just using the normal Apex brake that comes with the kit. And then that's basically all the things that you need. So let's get into building. So obviously you either get your grip tape on by someone or you can do it yourself. I got this on when I bought it. So yeah, and if you're looking to buy something, I would recommend, if you live in Australia, go down to Robina and go over to Scooter Hut and they'll hook you up with something. If you're just starting out, you can go down to local Kmart something and you can get something that's basically pre-built, and all you have to do is put on the bars. And yeah, they may be a little bit on the lower end of a scooter, but you always have to start out somewhere. I started on a low priced Kmart scooter, and now I have an Apex deck that's probably one in the world, and a lot of mixed scooter parts. And yeah, so let's get in. Without further ado, let's get building. So first thing I do is probably the headset. So if you have the headset, I would probably use grease. Mine are already pre-greased, by the way. And you need a little spacer thingy at the top. And obviously this, I don't know what it's called, but it's the thing that stays on. So get your fork. Well, actually no. Let's get into putting the actual things on. So get the top bearing. It's most likely, it doesn't matter in my opinion, but just slide it in. Oh god. Sometimes they don't go in, so sometimes you can use a rubber mallet, but that's only if they don't go in good. Let's hope that top one stays in. Mostly the bottom one doesn't stay in. Oh. Actually, we'll just put that one in, and this one just should slide in. Is it upside down? Yes, that was. then grab your fork. You may get your hands a little dirty with the grease though, as I just did. Grab your fork, slide it in, and then get that little spacer. It'll probably look like this, if that focuses. And then you just pop it on your fork, slide it down, and yeah. So now you grab your cover thing to keep it good. So first, you might have a different headset, but it's basically the same thing with any. So grab your little thingy and slide it right on, put the cover on, and screw that on. Now grab one of your Allen keys, and it's easier to just do this because it doesn't take up as much time. So I'm trying to make this as the most easy thing you could do with it. So with this headset, the IHC headset, you don't want to tighten it too much, but you want to tighten it so it doesn't come loose. So make sure you can spin it before you do it. So yeah. So it should spin clear like that. It doesn't have to go like that, because if it did do that, it would be way too loose. So there, now you have your fork on. Now don't put your wheels on yet, because those probably go on last, but then it'll be like that, and you don't want that because it could just go like that and just flip off the table. Or you could be walking on the ground. I'm just doing this so you can see what I'm doing. So, it's not that hard, because basically all you do is you put your brake on, put your bars on, and then put both wheels on, and then you're done. So I'm going to just put the brake on now. And it isn't the most easy thing to do. You might have to fiddle around with it for a little, but it shouldn't take too long. I need to get this out. Oh god. Okay. Now once you get your tool out, just start to slowly screw it in. Oh no, I didn't put the cover on. Damn it. Okay, so not a mistake. You must put the cover on. Otherwise, it's probably will look wonky. And you do not want a wonky scooter. Okay, so then you screw it in. Nice and tight. Making sure, yes, it's starting to go in. Is that going in? I think so. Oh my god. This is such a pain in the butt to do. But eventually we'll get sometimes if you don't feel safe when you're doing this. Or you could ask someone to do it for you. So there's one bolt. And here's the other. Make sure you do it nice and tight. Don't do it too tight because you have a risk of snapping the bolt if you don't have heavy gear. Oh, why is it going in? Right, so yeah. Is it going in? Is it fully straight? There we go. Is it going in? Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. So this bolt is being a very big pain. So why is she going in? Maybe. Yes, I did it. Okay. So sometimes you need to loosen the other one to get the one that you're having a pain with to get that one in. So make sure you do them nice and tight, but just as you feel some resistance, do like one more tweak and then should be good. There we go. Now you got your brake on. Okay, and that may take you a while, but if you have an easier one, which is instead of it being like this way, it'll be up like this. So, wait, let me get this other scooter to show you. So, with this Maggie scooter, it's like that instead of like that. So, this one would be a lot easier for you to do. And most scooters have that. And some don't, like this Apex scooter, which I'm building now. So, should we put the bars on or should we do that last? I don't know if we should do the wheels. I'm gonna just do the bars now. So you should have some bars and a clamp. Otherwise this whole scooter will not work. Obviously you need bars. Otherwise what are you gonna hold on to? You're gonna be like skating on a scooter deck with a brake. And wheels. I want this under. Huh. I need to go this way. Yes, I do. Do I? Wait a minute. No, that's the wrong way. What? I went to the bottom one. Okay, this one's not coming undone as easy, but it's nothing we can't do, right? Okay. So just oh my god, what? Okay. Oh no. Let me use my other one. Oh my god. Okay, here we are. You don't need to take the bolts completely out, but you can build this. Okay. Now this is when your rubber mallet can come in handy. I forgot. I need to loosen mine a little bit more. Ow. Ow, that hurt. Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay, there, cracked the seal. So, okay, I'm right back. Okay, so with some clamps, you'll have this little thing. So basically there'll be a little slit in it. It's sort of like a spacer, so it fits your bars. Some scooters will not need it with if you have custom bars, which I do. So I do need it, but if you do have this, but if you don't, just don't worry about this part. You can just skip ahead. This will take about 2 seconds. So all you do is you just get that little slit, and you'll see the little slit in the actual there, like in the actual clamp, and you just slide it on. You sort of just hand tighten one of the bolts so it stays in. And that did not work. So just make sure you can just see it. Okay. Sometimes you can just pop this on your bars. There might be a slit in your bars. If not, then you might have to cut one. But if you don't want to do that, or you don't have the equipment for it, just go down to your local scooter hut, or like Volt Pro scooters. Go down to your local skate connection. You can just search it up on Google Maps or something, and it'll be easy. So just slide that silver thingy on, and just should be able to just slide that on. Now it doesn't matter where your clamp goes now, just make sure it's on there, and just slide your bars on. Okay. Now it's a lot. Okay, now this might be a little tricky for you guys that are doing first time building a scooter. So you'll have to grab your fork and, okay, you know what, I'll just come over here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Very cool. I'll do this. Okay. So you grab your fork and you grab the middle part of your bars and you just twist it until you think it's good, and then sort of just put it on the ground and sort of just, you can kick it with your foot to make it even just the right amount of straight you want, and then I'll bring it back up here. And then carefully put it down, and you shall go on the tightening your bars. If you want your scooter to look mint, make sure your clamp is in line with your bars and your head tube. So this is very important when you're tightening your clamp. Do one knot as high as you can, and then do the other one basically the exact same as that, and then do that, and then do this a little tighter, and do this a little tighter, and then do this a little tighter, and do this a little tighter. And you don't want to over tighten them, otherwise sometimes, okay. Okay, that's is my mistake. You don't want it that tight. Make it loosen enough. Just a little. Because you want not too much give, but some. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. I think that's what it was. Okay, so there you have your bars on. So they should spin good. And then now all you do is you get your wheels on. So make it look straight here. Okay, so grab your back wheel, and some scooters have these little spaces. I'll start with this scooter. I'll show you. You might not be able to see it, but you can see these little metal thingies in there, and they're difficult, okay? But they're not the most insane thing to get. But with this Apex deck, there's these spaces, but they're screwed on, so you don't have to fiddle with them and stuff. So you just slide your wheel on, get this, and slide it on. But so let's just get this back wheel on. So get your wheel and get your bolt ready. So slide your wheel on, make sure it's all aligned, and slide the bolt right in there. And get your washer, and then get your bolt. But if some scooters have something like a back axle like this, so there's two screws, so you just screw them together. But with this Apex deck, you slide the washer on, and then you can hand tighten the bolt. Hand tighten the bolt a little bit. Make sure it's straight, otherwise you can thread it on and you'll never get it off. So make sure it's straight when you do it with your hand. If you can't do it with your hand, just put the actual thing in your tool and just make sure it's straight. This way? No, don't do that actually. You just have to fiddle around with it and just hand tighten it for a sec. Yes, it may be a little difficult, but just get down. There we go. Okay. Now grab your Allen key and then grab your wrench or whatever you get. And then you can tighten either with the Allen key or you can either tighten with the wrench. In my case, I'll tighten with the wrench. Make sure it's not too tight so your wheel can still spin like that. Okay, now time to put the front wheel on. So with the front wheel, you should have a front axle, which should look like this. So you'll have two bolts, and one of them. Let me just get this off, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Some scooters might not come with the wheels. Some scooters come with the wheels on. Some scooters come with the wheels off. Doesn't really matter. If it's on, then you can just skip a step, and yeah. So let me come around so I can show you. So there'll be a little longer thing, and then there'll be a sort of screw. So what happens is, when you're in the fork, it goes through, and it goes like this, and it levels out, and then it's good. So the front wheel is a lot more easy. If you have a fork that's too narrow, your wheel won't fit in. But in my case, mine's just a little tight. So slide your bolt in there, and then get your other bolt and just hand tighten this little short one for a second. Okay, then here's where your Allenkeys get in. So you get one Allenkey and another Allenkey. The two bolts should be the exact same size, so you just need two of the same Allenkeys. So get one, put it in one, and get another one and put it in another. And then just start tightening, and then you should end up, don't do it too tight, make sure the wheel still spins, and you should have your own scooter that should be, my wheel is not straight whatsoever, but it should be dialed and it should look good, but my wheel is not straight, so I obviously tweaked it when I was going around. But yeah, so there's your own scooter, and here's mine. So that's how you, oopsies. So now you officially have your own scooter. So that's basically it for today. But if you want more videos on how to, I don't know, how to put grips on or how to fit a wheel on with your, I don't know, I can just tell you that now. So if you have a fork that's too small, like it's like this thick and your wheel's like this thick, it won't fit in. But if you have a fork that's just a little bigger than your wheel, it should be about maybe a millimeter or two, about that much clearance, and your wheel should just slide in easy. And if you have any problems, just comment on this video and I'll make another video of how to do that. And that's basically it for today. But stay tuned and just subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. It'll really help me out. I'm just starting out, and yeah. So just if you subscribe, like, and turn the notifications on, it'll really help me out. And so that's the end of the video. So peace. Stay tuned and make sure to stay alive and ride.